This official visit of Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mr. Anwar Ibrahim, to Russia, and the negotiations that we had today is a bright example that Russian-Malaysian relations are on the rise. They're successfully and progressively developing. Both sides are seriously interested in making this interaction more substantive and productive. We have all the necessary prerequisites for this. Russia and Malaysia are being tied by many years of tradition of friendship and mutual understanding. We always strived, and we are striving, to take into account the interests of each other, to work in a partner-like way to build our cooperation on the principles of mutual respect and mutual benefit. In this regard, we have regular political dialogue between our countries. We implement coordination between the foreign ministries, the ministries, councils of security and special services. We're actively developing interparliamentarian and interregional contacts. I would like to point out that the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mr. Anwar Ibrahim, is to promoting Russian-Malaysian equal partnership, first of all, of equal economic dimension. I would like to point out that last year he was the main guest of the Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok, and tomorrow he is going to Tatarstan, where he is going to participate in the Kazan International Economic Forum, Russia-Islamic World. Returning to our today's negotiations, I would like to point out that we have spoken about the whole spectrum of relevant issues of bilateral interaction, as well as about the pressing issues of international agenda. As a result, we have pointed out specific plans to strengthen Russian-Malaysian cooperation in the future. We have paid priority attention to the further development of trade and investment interaction. As the result of 2024, regarding the trade turnover between Russia and Malaysia, show that it is higher than $3.2 billion. International Intergovernmental Economic Commission is working actively. It was agreed that another mission is going to be held in Malaysia in autumn. The key sphere of bilateral cooperation is energy. Malaysian oil and gas concern, Petronas, has an equity capital in Rosneft, and it has partnership ties with this company and is developing ties with this company as well as with Gazprom. Our country supplies considerable volume of oil products and coal to Malaysian market, and we see prospects for implementing joint projects in gas sphere and in nuclear peaceful use of atomic energy. In Malaysia, with the help of Russia, we have constructed a plant to produce synthetic rubbers. In the context of long-term contracts, we have established import from Russia of potassium and nitrogen fertilizers for Malaysian agriculture. We're also increasing the supply of agricultural products from Russia into Malaysia, of grains and of Malaysian foodstuffs to Russia. We are going to increase the export to Malaysia of highly qualified meat and dairy products according to the Halal Islamic standards. The dynamic and substantive nature is a characteristic for cultural and humanitarian sphere. We regularly have cinema festivals, photo exhibitions, musical concerts, and Russia helps Malaysia in preparing qualified personnel. Around 700 Malaysian citizens are now studying in Russia. At the same time, through the quotas of the government of the Russian Federation. Between the universities of two countries, we have more than 80 agreements on scientific, educational, and academic exchange. The diplomas of Russian universities are being recognized by Malaysian employers without any additional accreditation. Malaysia pays a lot of attention to the study of the Russian language, and right now it is being studied in the Malaysian Institute of Aviation Technologies in the context of the joint program with the Moscow Aviation Institute, as well as in the oldest and the most prestigious university of the country, Malaya University. Tourist exchanges are developing. Malaysian resorts are becoming more popular among Russians. We are working on establishing direct flights between our two states, which will contribute without any doubt to expand business and humanitarian contacts. Speaking about regional and global problems showed that the positions of Russia and Malaysia are coinciding or very similar. Our countries are firmly defending the principles of their rule of international law, sovereignty, non-intervention into internal affairs. They are coordinating affairs on the key multilateral platforms, including the UN. Last year, in the context of the Russia's presidency in BRICS, a new country partner category was established. Malaysia was one of those countries that was invited to join the activity of BRICS in this status. We are glad that Malaysian friends have accepted this invitation, and we will do everything in our power for Malaysia to join the work of all partner mechanisms of BRICS organically and rapidly. We have spoken in detail about the issues regarding the peaceful and sustainable development of Asia-Pacific region. Given that Malaysia is the current president of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. We spoke about the prospects for further development of substantive dialogue between these international associations and Russia. In conclusion, I would like to highly appreciate once again the results of our today's joint work with Mr. Anwar Ibrahim. The program of his stay in Russia is continuing, and tomorrow, as we have already mentioned, he is going to visit the Republic of Tatarstan. I'm sure that this very intense agenda of Prime Minister will serve to strengthen the whole range of Russian-Malaysian partnership for the benefit of our both countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Vladimir Putin of the Russian Federation, and on behalf of my delegation, I would express my profound appreciation and thanks to the wonderful hospitality of this great country with a great history, civilization, culture, and the arts.
He is going to continue his visit to Russia, as I've mentioned. Tomorrow he is going to travel to the Republic of Tatarstan.
The history and culture and the great contribution in the field of literature and the arts and the ballet, which I happened to miss because of the hectic schedule. We have had extensive discussions and then later more with the President and his team, and covering a wide spectrum of issues from education to agriculture and food security to agri-commodities, science technology, cybersecurity, energy, defense, among others. That shows that our commitment to enhance bilateral relations beyond what we have achieved thus far. It's true, the President has stated in such clarity that the relations has been good, but the potential for investments, trade, and collaboration need to be further enhanced, and that's precisely the reason why I choose to come first to Vladivostok as his guest, and now to Moscow and Kazan. And the joint commissions, various committees, including oil and gas, petrochemicals, has to then ensure that affect these changes and take the necessary action speedily. Of course, we would appreciate this increasing support in terms of training, aerospace, STI, and TVET, digital, AI, which the President and the team has been extremely kind to regard us as a trusted friend and a country that they can place a lot of support, and I think at this stage of development, however vigorous in semiconductor and AI fields, we would certainly want to collaborate with the Russian Federation to enhance this. There was some outstanding issues due to geopolitical dictates, but we have taken a position of centrality in Malaysia and ASEAN to decide for ourselves what is best for Malaysia and its people. And therefore, we would like to request and suggest that the Russian airlines, including Aeroflot, to resume direct flight route to Malaysia as soon as possible. And thank you again, President, for the support for our entry into BRICS. I recall from friends from China to Ethiopia, South Africa, saying that you made that initial proposal, and we Malaysians admire and, of course, appreciate very much. We did discuss a number of international issues. We are firm on these multilateral arrangements, based on rule-based multilateral arrangements, and therefore we have to proceed based on that principle. We do not accept unilateral action of countries because it would disrupt the arrangements and the peace and security of our region and the world. So I again, President Putin, want to assure you that Malaysia plays a lot of not only expectations, but hope that this sort of a special relationship with the Russian Federation would be affected through meaningful exchanges and programs. I, on behalf of the government and the people, of course, would wish and would think it is a major and great, I should say, prize for the people of Malaysia if you can have President Putin in Malaysia as soon as possible, or the latest at the East Asian Summit during ASEAN in October. But I can assure you that your presence in Malaysia will be a major breakthrough, not only in relationship with Malaysia, but the region, because I believe many people in the region have very high respects and expectations of your role and your leadership.
Спасибо большое, уважаемый господин премьер-министр. Хочу вас поблагодарить за этот визит. Он был очень продуктивным. Для вас еще не закончилась работа, хотя сегодня с самого раннего утра вы на ногах и в правительстве встречались, и здесь большой объем был взаимной информации и обмен мнениями. У нас действительно сложились очень добрые. Вот господин премьер-министр сказал, что он интересуется и историей, и культурой России. И это мы очень тоже ценим. Сейчас только вот в зале, в Андреевском зале, я рассказывал премьер-министру о том, что такое Андреевский зал. Там стоит 3 трона. И я спросил господина премьер-министра: господин премьер-министр, вот 3 трона стоит. Один для второй для его жены, для царицы. А 3-й трон, как вы думаете, для кого? Господин премьер-министр, практически не задумываясь, ответил: для 2-й жены.
Well, I think that Prime Minister is not going to be cross with me for telling all these things. Well, this is the answer of the true Muslim, the representative of the Islamic culture. Well, I have to say that our traditional values may be somewhat different, but the exchange of information is always useful for both sides. Thank you very much.
I have to respond. I only have one wife, Mr. President. But I failed because the President actually tested me, and it's a trick. he asked me, he asked me, there are 3 chairs in the throat, if you see. So which one on the right? I said, of course, the wife. On the left, I said, the second wife. You see, then I feel the test. The second one on the left is the mother.
Well, the second throne is for the mother. For the mother. Well, there was the exchange of information. Thank you.